So guys, the crypto markets are still trading sideways with some key events that are happening this week that have already been happening. I wanted to talk about the best 3 altcoins that you should be buying right now, but we're going to save that for tomorrow. And I need to give you guys a crypto market update with the news events that are coming around with Trump, with Elon Musk talking about the deficit spending and the bill that's going to be coming out that could be crippling the US dollar. On top of that, we have mixed sentiment with altcoins, the price action with Ethereum, and a lot of moving parts. So I want to give you guys an update on the market. Tomorrow we'll talk about 3 specific altcoins you need to be buying, but today I'm going to give you guys all the information that's taking place, what's causing the fluctuations in the markets, and predictions for altcoins and pretty much the price action that we're currently seeing. Overall though, if you're new to my channel, check out the rest of my content. I keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action on Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, specific altcoins to buy, and overall how to position yourself. Right now guys, there's a lot of mixed sentiment. I wanted to keep talking about specific altcoins to be buying due to the capitulations that we're seeing, but there's some pretty crazy updates right now with Trump and pretty much this deficit that Elon Musk is upset about, and this bill that's potentially going to be going out that could cripple the US dollar. A lot of mixed sentiment with investors, price action on altcoins, all that good stuff. So with all that being said guys, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So guys, the markets are still trading sideways. Bitcoin's sitting at around 104,945. Ethereum's currently sitting at around 2615. And all of these charts guys, I went ahead and zoomed out and put the daily time frame as opposed to the hourly time frame, just to give you guys a little bit of perspective as to what's been going on ever since the start of 2025. You've just been seeing that Bitcoin has been rallying super freaking hard. Ethereum is kind of catching up, waiting to see that actual gradual rip up. Ethereum is pretty much telling us what's going to be happening for altcoins, also pretty much just trading sideways, waiting for liquidity just to pour back in. And then we could look at a few indicators to show us where liquidity is moving. Bitcoin dominance guys, ever since 2025 started, has just been on a gradual increase, and right now it's retesting that 64% zone, more than likely going to be ripping past the 65% zone in the near future. USDT dominance over the last few weeks and months moving into 2025 has also been seeing more deviations, really pointing to the fact that liquidity is pouring out of stables back into Bitcoin and Ethereum and altcoins throughout all of 2025. So this is quite bullish, but there is mixed sentiment with the news events that are kind of taking place with Trump, the trade war, the deficit spending, Elon Musk saying that we need to kill the bill because everyone is going to be, going to crap with the US dollar. So this is just not good. But let me give you the updates that have been happening in the last 14 hours. So the Gobes letter talked about pretty much Donald Trump talking about how it's super hard to make a deal with China, and the markets were up after the news, and it just shows that the tariff threats appear to have lost all credibility to investors. And I think a lot of us guys are already numb to the tariffs and the trade war and everything, but if we see something really crazy happen in multiple specific industries and pretty much caps and all that, then we could be seeing more fluctuations. But right now it's not really having that much of an effect. Now, if we keep on jumping more into it, we can see a little bit more about how President Trump is calling on Fed Chair Powell. He thinks it's unbelievable and how he must lower rates right now. This comes minutes after the ADP employment report showed the weakest job growth number in 2+ years. Benjamin Cohen talked about it with the May ADP non-farm payrolls and the data that came out, which is causing a lot of people to think that we're going to be deviating just due to the estimated number and then the actual number that came out. Not looking too hot for the US and the economy in general, which is why guys, with these events that happen each week, I tell you what's going to happen before potentially it comes out. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe because I keep you guys updated with all this info before it actually happens. And moving more into it, this goes into the deficit spending with the US and kind of what's causing all of the fluctuations with the Fed and when potentially we're going to see rate cuts. Most industries, whether it's homes or even just the job sector, there's not too much positive news right now, and people are comparing what we're currently seeing to the 2008 market crash. So this is really crazy. This is not too hot. On top of that, we have Trump talking to Ukraine and not Ukraine, to Putin about the attacks on Ukraine and everything that's going on. And more likely there's not going to be an immediate peace because Putin feels like he needs to retaliate. As a result, guys, a lot of people are calling on pretty much the U.S. government to cut spending, but as predictions are going around, everyone thinks that spending is going to be rising to around that 407 billion mark in 2025. Even with Doge cuts and Elon Musk post criticizing the new spending bill, spending expectations are rising. The deficit crisis continues. So this is not looking too good, guys. And this is where we saw Elon Musk actually call out and pretty much criticize the bill that Trump is kind of pushing. He says Elon Musk is going all in. He's now calling for people to call their senators, congressmen, and kill the bill regarding Trump's big, beautiful bill. Elon Musk has maintained the same priority since day one: eliminate U.S. deficit spending. And right now, guys, pretty much we have Elon Musk and Trump going head to head, which is not freaking good. Overall, President Trump proposes eliminating the debt ceiling, which is quite crazy, to say the least. Trump now says he agrees with Senator Elizabeth Warren, which is super bullish on Bitcoin and everything, that the debt limit should be entirely scrapped. Without the debt limit, Congress would no longer have to vote on raising the debt ceiling. And that's true in a sense, but at the end of the day, no debt ceiling, how far is it going to get before it just goes stupid? And this is where it gets really crazy, guys. We have mixed sentiment based off of everything that is going on right now, but it's not looking too hot based off of this bill that's going out. Elon Musk pretty much showing his negativity around it, and overall multiple parts of the U.S. markets just not looking good. Benjamin Cohen gave us that data that came out with the May ADP non-farm payrolls. This lets us know exactly how well we're off. And then from there, guys, there's more key events happening this week, which is why you need to be up to date with all this info. And on this channel, I give you guys all that stuff. Now, Crypto Intelligence X hasn't had much of an update, and I think this is really key to focus on, because I think when crypto analysts and traders start seeing price action like this, they kind of just shut up. They don't know necessarily what's going to be happening, so they pretty much just base it off of Fibonacci sequences, price action that we're currently seeing, previous zones that we saw back in February when we started the year, and overall what's going on. So people like Crypto Intelligence X aren't liking the weakness around altcoins and don't feel super bullish right now. Now, Crypto Mitchell, now, this is a different perspective. He talks about how ETH is continuing to show strength as it's up more than 2% against Bitcoin today, which is great to see, but 2% really is, nothing. It's clear that a trend is changing on altcoins, which, of course, I, do want to believe in that narrative, but based off of exactly this chart, guys, I see too many imbalances in this zone, and I'll put an arrow to it right here. Really points to the fact that I could see a deviation, back to that specific range of around 2200, potentially even a little lower, just depending on how well we hold that zone. But I could be wrong. We could just be ripping up. At the end of the day, though, no one truly knows. So this is why I try to give you guys a perspective around it. Crypto Mitchell now also talks about how the markets are preparing for a massive breakout, with the Chinese yuan and the US dollar continuing to go up. ETH usually follows a few days after. DXY continues to fall. Yields are coming down. This means that we're at the actual low of the business cycle. And I want to believe all of this information, but there's a lot of imbalances taking place in the price action that we're currently seeing, with multiple charts that are really showing that we could be seeing deviations before the huge rip up. Now, I hope I'm wrong. That I would be happy to be wrong and just see our altcoins rip to Valhalla and we all be rich. But this is where you need to understand, guys, why some people are bullish and why people aren't too bullish, and then exactly why. The price action that we're currently seeing, imbalances, and potentially where we could be headed. Now, Justin Bennett talks about exactly how he feels about the market, and I kind of feel the same. He says, I know markets are boring right now, but if you're a trader, this is when you need to pay attention. Correct? Impulse? Correct. We're here, so guess what comes next? This is where he's given a bullish update as well, pretty much saying that more than likely we're going to be seeing some gradual price action based off of everything that is currently happening. But at the end of the day, guys, we truly don't know. We still need to see these macroeconomic events, how they're going to be coming out, the new bill that's going out with Trump and Elon Musk criticizing it, and everything that is taking place. CryptoCon gives us a little bit of bullish sentiment based off of specific zones with Bitcoin, and when potentially we could be seeing that huge rip up. So he says, a new Bitcoin super signal has appeared, which happens when volume reaches extreme levels inside a bull market. And I'll put an arrow to the super signal, guys. You can see previous super signals, and once we hit that zone, that's when we saw the gradual rip up, shooting really, really crazy. So it goes on to say, the other super signal, this cycle gave us a 200% run from October 2023 to March 2024. Before that, only two other super signals were recorded in October 2016 and December 2012. 2012, not 2012, 2012, which spawned the entire bull markets. There have been no moves to cycle top levels this cycle. Volume is ridiculously low, and the cycle is still in bull territory. Something huge is brewing. So, guys, this is where, people like Crypto Con are super bullish because technically, we haven't seen Bitcoin rally the way we've seen it run in previous cycles. Now, this is a completely different cycle. So what does that rally look like? No one truly knows. This is where we're just basing it off of previous zones, price action, specific areas that we hit, and potentially when we see a crazy return. So this is where, guys, you just kind of got to keep up with the price action, see how this is played out in previous zones, and just be bullish. And from there, make your predictions and assumptions and how you want to position yourself. Now, my Altcoin portfolio, guys, in the last 7 days, multiple assets are down significantly. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you are also down. You should not be stressing right now, guys. These altcoins are still rallying. A lot of them are just getting started. And more than likely, in the next 6 months, a lot of these charts, while they look like this right now, it's just going to look like a straight line, and then boom, everything's going to blow up. For specific assets, not all assets are created equal. That's why I'm invested in low cap gems that are building strong partnerships and overall technology that's going to be integrated in Web3. But swiping everything to the side, guys, that is currently what is taking place. We have mixed economic events. We have a bill that's going through that could be crashing the US dollar. We have Trump talking about just getting rid of the debt ceiling. A lot of mixed sentiment based off of the price action with Ethereum and altcoins and Bitcoin, and also how global liquidity is shifting for multiple countries. So right now, guys, there's a lot of mixed sentiment in terms of what's going to be happening. But I've been showing up every single day, guys, keeping you guys updated with the day-to-day events, price action around Bitcoin, Ethereum, all this good stuff, and showing you which altcoins to buy. And this is where the strong are separated from the weak. If you're willing to show up every day, keep allocating, keep looking in the markets, understand how liquidity shifts, sooner or later, guys, you're going to be right. Sooner or later, price action is going to move back, and you're going to be benefiting while everyone else is running to the line trying to catch up. This is where, everyone else that is capitulating their bags, not watching videos like this, and not trying to progress are not going to make it. They're going to capitulate their bags once they see a huge bad event take place, and you should be understanding that deviations can still happen. And that's why on this channel, I keep you guys updated with all that information. So, if you're new to my channel, check out the rest of my content. I keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action on Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, and exactly what you need to be aware of. I'm going to keep keeping you guys updated on exactly what you need to know and the news events and the price action, so you can be aware when deviations happen and exactly what is taking place and causing the liquidity in the market and volatility. But overall, guys, tomorrow I'm going to be dropping a video of the top 3 assets that I believe in, that I'm currently invested in, that I think you should consider looking into. I also want to drop a few other videos around my crypto portfolio, how it's progressed, and exactly what you should be doing right now if you're a crypto investor. But if you guys have any questions, suggestions, anything like that, go ahead and drop it down below. I've been slow at getting back to my comments, guys. It's super busy, me keeping up with my day-to-day life and doing YouTube. I also want to become a musician and shoot music videos, all this different stuff. So there's a lot of different things I'm trying to do. So just make sure you stay up to date, keep up to date with pretty much the day-to-day news events, and then from there you're gonna know how to position yourself. Stay tuned. I drop day-to-day content, and hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. Peace.